It's hard to block your eyes when you're wearing glasses.
You're really squishing my cheeks together right now.
So you know how we love resin?
Yes.
Well, I was shopping on Amazon and I found some resin gadgets.
I'm scared. What?
So we have 3 that deal with mixing. And then we have kind of like a side tangent. There's another way to heat up resin to make it cure faster. But look at these. Aren't these weird?
These seem messy.
Yeah, so this is supposed to stir resin with 0 bubbles.
Interesting claim. Usually the faster we go, the more bubbles there are.
This is a turntable.
Oh no, that's just gonna knock itself right off.
But there's a sticky pad on the bottom. This one I'm actually kind of curious about. It just spins it.
Okay.
But will that stir it enough?
I feel like no. I feel like it's not gonna mix it. Oh my gosh. These are all in your recommended?
We need to figure this out.
We have to solve the mysteries.
And since 3 deal with mixing, let's start with those. All right, so I have a theory.
Okay.
I think this is actually a screwdriver. Because look at this. It uses the same bits as a screwdriver.
Well, and they sell paddles you can just add to your screwdriver. Like we've done that. Yeah, we've done that before.
Now this electric screwdriver can go slow, like really nice and slow, but you have to hold it at that precise level. This just spins at kind of like a fixed speed. So maybe they just reprogrammed one of these to spin at a speed that's ideal for resin.
So I'm assuming that this is cheaper than a screwdriver. That's the only reason people would buy this instead of a screwdriver.
I don't know how much it was, let me look. How much do you guess this would cost?
Under 20.
It's $24.
That is cheaper than our drill,
Yeah, maybe.
than our screwdriver.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. Let's see how it does though. What's the foil for?
It's not foil.
So what's the saran wrap for?
Protection.
It's not gonna be that bad. It's not gonna be that bad.
Do not trust.
Oh my gosh. This would have way worse reviews if it just blew the resin everywhere.
Well, I haven't looked at the reviews, okay?
This got a 4-point-something stars.
You know, I just want to be prepared.
4.3.
I just want to be prepared.
Resin time, resin time, do resin time.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. Hey,
Oh,
it's mixing it very rapidly.
it is mixing it rapidly. Typically we stir resin for 2 minutes. Like, does speeding up the mixing itself mean you don't have to mix for as long?
Yeah, this has to turn clear and uniform.
I mean, that's uniform.
I mean, that's pretty good. Wow.
That is uniform. And honestly, it's way less bubbles than I feared. Because typically when you mix fast, you add a lot of bubbles.
Wow, wow. Okay, I'm suitably impressed. It looks good, I think let's call it.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
It looks very uniform, wow. Huh.
Okay, well,
Okay.
we'll pour this into a mold. We're gonna test each of these devices, pour a sample from each into a mold as well as a control,
Yep.
so.
Nice. All right.
On to the next device.
I am very doubtful about this.
I am worried about that one as well.
I just worry about it tipping over or this getting released. You know,
Yeah.
I think that these are standard scientific-ish tool brackets for holding, I don't know, science beakers and stuff. But they just gave you this and then gave you this silicone stick, but it doesn't get held in there super securely and it keeps on falling out and
A little
everything.
loosey-goosey, yeah.
Okay, how much do you think this very scientific piece of equipment costs?
I'm gonna guess that this is $35.
It's $54.
No!
It's gonna be great though. It's gonna gonna be great.
What are we supposed to do with this after if it doesn't work?
We use it as like a turntable to show off our work.
Ugliest turntable.
Really lame turntable.
It's got that, you know, public school beige gray.
Yeah, that's a nice
Vibe
electronics
going.
box in there. I can't wait to see Katelyn. So excited for our date.
Hey, Evan, it's so good to see you. Is that a really big wallet in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Yeah, it's a really big wallet, and I'm happy to see you.
Maybe you should consider a minimal Ridge wallet, the sponsor of today's video.
I've actually been using my Ridge wallet for months now, and I'm completely converted. It takes up so much less space in my fanny pack, and that's right, I do use a fanny pack, and Katelyn still thinks I'm cool, and that's all that matters. It even fits in the tiny pocket of my jeans. I always wondered what that was for.
I feel way more organized with my Ridge wallet. I hated bulky wallets so much that I used to just let my cards and cash free float in a pocket of my purse. Plus, it's super durable and scratch resistant.
I appreciate that it's RFID blocking because it was scarily easy to scan my credit card information through my old wallet with this device I was able to buy online.
Right now, Ridge is celebrating 10 years of making iconic wallets with great reviews, but they also offer key cases, rings, watches, and more.
Get the best offer at ridge.com/EvanandKatelyn. Right now, you can save up to 40% off through March 26th. Again, that's ridge.com/EvanandKatelyn. This has a sticky base to prevent it from tipping over or from moving when you stir it. So now that's like adhered. And then you just gently and easily, so easily, oh, it's so easy. It's just so easy to do this. You just lower this in here,
Very precise.
and then you stick this there. You pray that it doesn't explode.
At least it goes slow.
Look at that. I can make a margarita while it mixes. I can answer phone calls.
I guess that is the benefit of this one. It's hands-free.
Now, is it mixing as
doesn't
well?
feel like it's mixing very
Look
well.
from the top down. Here, look from the top down. You see how the part A and part B, they have a different
Like different consistency.
different consistency, and you can see that barrier. Yeah, so these have not mixed well yet.
No.
I'm gonna just turn that up a little bit.
No. Oh no.
Living on the edge.
So, okay, normally we hand mix for 2 minutes. How long should we mix this for?
You can still see that it's
It's not integrated. You can still kind of see like the lines
yeah.
of the two different resins.
Yeah, you can see the separation still present in the resin. Not many bubbles are existing though.
Yeah, oh yeah. I feel like it's been at least 3 minutes now.
It's still not mixed though. Holding this reminds me of doing pottery. You know, it's mixing, it's getting mixed a little bit more and more, you know?
Okay.
It might just be very slow and inefficient.
But
and
it's
nerve-wracking.
hands-free. We can do activities.
So much time for activities.
From here, it seems pretty integrated.
Yeah, you know what? I'd say it's about like 90% mixed.
Yeah. And not a ton of bubbles. I have to give it to them.
Definitely not super efficient.
No. Is it worth the stress?
Maybe after we've done it a lot of times, we'll begin to trust it, you know?
I don't know. When we were getting B-roll,
Oh, no.
you knocked the cup off pretty easily. I don't trust it.
All right, let's call it.
Okay.
Wow, way less bubbles.
Then the first one?
Yeah, just visually
It's
looking at
like-
it right now.
2 less bubbles. They're both pretty bubble free, which is cool.
Yeah, all right. Last one, let's use this little tumbler.
How much should I do for this one? It's gonna be tilted.
You don't want to fill it more than here, so less than half. I'd
Okay.
say 40 or 50.
Yeah, I don't want
50 if
to.
you want to play dangerous.
I don't want to be dangerous.
Yeah, be dangerous, baby.
No.
It did come with one accessory that I didn't show off earlier. I
Okay.
don't know what I think about this. It comes with this like weighted rod that you stick in there, And like, I guess while it spins around, this
Well, I feel like we gotta try it.
stays in there, but then this is gonna build up resin all over it.
I know. Can you buy replacements of it?
It's like a metal weighted little rod thing.
Wait, okay. So I'm gonna guess how much this one is. Is $28.
It's 40.
Oh my God.
These are investments in our future. Do you know how much time do you know how much money our time is worth? Do you know? Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's very full.
There you go.
Okay. Woo!
Yeah, look at it
You know,
go.
spinning actually lowers it because it like sticks to the
It
side.
looks like it's like a little cement mixer, but for
Yeah.
resin.
But this one also seems like it's mixing it the least. Now, if we put this in here,
Yeah,
a
so
little
I mean
weight,
it's swirling, but it's not. Is it really mixing?
I don't think it's mixing.
Let's give it 1 minute.
I think we gotta add this.
I think let's give it 1 minute without it.
This is part of the product.
What if it can mix without it? Okay, go ahead and put it in. Whoa.
We're getting pretty close to the edge there.
It like goes up and then falls. This doesn't have like a consistent space in there.
No, weird.
Well, this is the most relaxing for us at least.
Is it? I feel like the first one was the most relaxing for me.
You know what? And it's kind of working. Once the rod's in there,
Yeah? You can see better
it
than me.
really is mixing.
It's surprising how big of a difference the little rod made.
Yeah, and let's see if there's any bubbles. Oh my gosh, there's no bubbles.
This seems like it would be the gentlest because it's the slowest, I guess. Wow.
Wow.
Some
Oh
of
wow,
these,
this
I don't
is
know.
very gentle. It's very safe. You can only mix a small amount, but if you're mixing 40 milliliters or less,
Yeah, I guess that is the main limiter of this one. Tiny cups
we
only.
just build a bigger version of this.
All we have to rebuild is just the cup part.
Yeah, and it's attached by a screw. I can build a bigger cup part.
Yeah.
I think that's great. Yeah, look at how clear that is.
Yeah. In this control, we'll have some control over the speed at which we stir.
Yeah. I'll try to stir at a reasonable pace.
Reasonable rate, yeah.
Yeah. Now it's interesting, just pumping it out and settling it, there's already a few bubbles in there. And I kind of think that this got rid of bubbles.
Interesting.
I'm really...
And you're trying not to, I
I'm
can
really
tell.
trying to like not... Like most of the time, we are way more vigorous than this, just because we know we're going to put it in the pressure pot. Yeah, so at this point, visually, it looks good.
Yeah, like it seems combined.
It seems combined. Final look at the bubbles, because there are bubbles in there. Alrighty, now
Okay.
we'll just wait until tomorrow and see how things turn out. All right, so a lot of these differences are fairly subtle because the resin, for the most part, let all the bubbles rise and pop on the surface.
It was slow cure.
But the screwdriver was definitely the worst. You can see where all of the bubbles collected, and there's like kind of a pucker right in the middle. You can see it.
Yeah, it's a decent amount of bubbles. Oh yeah, you see it right there in the middle.
Now, the Mad Scientist was probably the second worst. There was also a decent amount of bubbles or like warping in the center.
Yeah, can you kind of give it a tilt for me? Tilty tilt. This way.
This way?
This way.
This way?
This way. I don't know
This
how.
way?
Are you looking? Yeah.
Again, none of these are that bad.
But you can kind of see when the light hits the surface, there's that imperfection. Almost looks
Yeah.
like a hair. But that's actually bubbles. Okay, cement mixer.
Cement mixer, I think, was the best.
I think so too.
You know, I thought so in the moment, and I still think so.
It's such a gentle stirring.
This is perfectly clear. There's like almost no imperfections or waverings in this at all.
You know, you can
Plus-
barely see a little bit when the light hits, but
Plus, I'm trying to look for like any bubbles on the sides, even like bubbles really have a tendency to catch in sharp corners, and I just don't see almost any bubbles or imperfections in this at all. But honestly, guys, the control was fine.
It was fine.
Is it any
I would say it was second best, honestly.
second best to the cement mixer, but I think nearly as good. Now, more air bubbles in the corners.
That's true. There are a few more in the corners, but it still didn't have that like surface cluster of bubbles that.
Yeah, oh, it is more in the corners.
Oh, it is?
Every single corner. We'll get a macro shot later. Every single corner has an air
I can
bubble.
see them on here.
Every single corner of the control has a void.
Oh, I see it. A little
And
bubble.
every single corner of this is perfect. Okay,
That's interesting.
so I think that this does show us that how you mix resin is very important.
Yeah,
But you know what?
not bad.
Not bad. Kind
Don't
of
get
impressed.
these.
Don't get those.
Okay, are you ready for the next test?
Yes. So a little bit ago, we looked at this resin curing machine that really sped up the curing time of resin by heating it in a little oven-like environment. And we also compared it to this dehydrator, which, how much were each of these?
120 and 165. And they did the same thing.
They did the
essentially.
same. Yeah, exactly. But what were the main problems with these?
That they're not really necessary? Oh, no, you're wanting me to say something else.
Yeah.
That there's not room for big molds.
Yes, and they're not.
And they're not flat.
So imagine my joy and surprise when I found that there's a resin heating mat to
That is
cure.
large and flat.
Yeah, there you go. It's perfect, and it's only $40.
Only. Great.
So I was very curious. I wanted to see what it was like, so I ordered it. Look at that. This is the resin heating mat and a silicone cover to cover it up. Now imagine my surprise when in the suggested items of this was a reptile heating pad
That looks the exact same.
for $19.
Oh my gosh. Literally.
$19?
And it even
Look at
has the same silicone pad.
Well, no, the silicone pad is that different, but look at that.
Oh.
The exact same.
Well, if the silicone pad was less than $20, then it's still a better deal.
$5.50.
Okay, so in total, like 25 versus 40? Is that what it?
Look
okay.
at this. And the resin mat, I found the exact same one.
God.
The exact same one. They
literally
just
the same.
bought two things, repackaged it,
And charge you like $15 extra for it.
right?
That feels even worse than this.
I know, because it's the exact same thing.
It's literally the exact.
Literally.
They have this exact same stuff.
They have the same sticker, you guys. Maybe one heats more evenly.
Sure.
All right, the mats are out, but before we put anything on them, I want to start with some predictions.
Okay.
What do you think?
How hot do these get?
I don't know.
Well, how am I supposed to make predictions? Is that part of the
I'll
predictions?
bust out the thermal camera if you make me, if you
Okay.
twist my arm. So the ambient, table temperature is 82 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's warm in here.
Now, if you move over to the first mat, the resin mat, it's 109 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
So definitely an increase. You move over to the
The lizard mat.
lizard mat. It's 114 Fahrenheit.
It's warmer.
Fine, just
Barely.
barely. They are an elevated temperature
How hot am I?
from standard. You are 96 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Now, I think overall, the theory of this is fairly sound. I think it might have some difference where it speeds it up by some amount. Is it noticeable?
Yeah.
Let's get the resin. Might as well, you know what I mean?
Might as well do some hands-free stirring so we can do activities while we wait.
Activities.
Time.
Activities.
Time. Do.
Activities.
Time.
And live on the edge while we worry that it's about to fall over.
I'm doing activities. No time to live on the edge. Wait, what? No time to stress anymore.
No time to stress.
No time to stress. I'm busy doing activities. I gotta
You know what this makes me realize? I'm very impatient.
Yeah.
Should we put some dye in there? Let's see how it mixes color.
Sure.
Ooh.
You know, we considered doing dye as part of the initial mixer test, but we worried because we had to mix different volumes of resin that it wouldn't, the colors would be different, and then that would be the noticeable thing, the colors being different as opposed to like how many bubbles were there, but maybe we should have.
It seems to have mixed it to an acceptable degree.
Okay.
But at the same time, I think just because we use a really old alcohol ink, there's lots of little floating bits in there.
That's what it's got to deal with, because that's what we have. That's real life right there.
All right, I think it's done. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it looks pretty mixed.
All right, let's pour these in here. And at this point, it's not about the quality of the cure, really. It's all about the speed, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to isolate things that we're testing.
Ready. So we have the
lizard mat,
lizard mat. We have the
resin mat.
And we have
the control.
the control.
And we will thermal camera them
Yep.
and test them at regular intervals to see how they're doing.
Okay.
It's gotten hotter.
That's what I was about to say. It's been 2 hours. I just touched it. It feels hotter.
It's 128 now. 128 F.
Wow. Okay.
That's like significantly warmer.
Significantly warmer.
I actually think that this might work.
Well, this is our 2 hour check-in.
Yeah,
Shall we
alright.
do a poke test? Okay. Oh yeah, that's a deep poke. Okay.
I mean, there's some resistance, but it's poking.
Pretty squishy.
All
Okay.
right, ready?
Nope. Okay. This is for the resin.
Oh,
Is it going in at all? It is going in a little bit.
dented a tiny bit, but this, I think I'd feel confident taking this out of the mold.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I think this is probably going to be the same since it's the same product.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think let's take them all out and see. Yeah, so
Thank you. Do you want to move that out of the way?
I'm sorry.
Evan's just like, this isn't for
excited.
you guys anymore. It's just for Evan. Okay, go for it.
Okay, taking this out, you can see how much this is deforming.
Oh yeah, it's really twisting.
Ooh, yeah, that really twisted. I ruined
Ooh,
the edges
It's so squishy.
horribly.
I want to bite it.
And look at that, how deep that test went.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is like, whew.
Yeah.
That, oh. All right, let's see if I can properly demold this. Oh yeah, look at that, sharp edges.
Now if you try to twist it,
No,
yeah.
no.
Dang.
Sharp
okay.
edges too, like, like everything. And you can see the difference that it makes.
Really?
And again, I'm just gonna pop this. Pop it like it's hot. 'Cause it's hot.
Because it's hot. It is hot.
Hey, you know what?
Okay, wait, though. I have a thing to say. One moment. Do you notice the difference between the cement mixer resin that we cured earlier and the cement mixer resin we cured on the heat?
Lots of bubbles.
Lots of bubbles. So
Lots of bubbles.
what I will say is these do indeed cure faster. I'm surprised at how much of a difference it made. I was prepared for us to be up until 10 midnight.
No bubbles here. Bubbles here.
Yeah, no bubbles in the one that wasn't cured yet because they had more time to rise up and pop. So yeah, it worked, but you're gonna have bubbles,
At the same time, remember how in the curing chamber, it said let the air bubbles escape for
30 minutes
30
before
minutes
we
before.
put it into the resin curing machine.
I'm not gonna test this again. I'll say this. You wanna cure resin faster? I think this is the thing you should use. 20 bucks, it's flat, It speeds things up. Yeah, this one, not this one.
Not this.
Like, if you're like a resin crafter and you want to cure things faster,
And you're cool with some amount more of bubbles, possibly.
I think this is it.
Yeah, I think this is pretty good. And if you want resin without any bubbles, you can use the cement mixer. Or, you don't have to use any of this stuff at all.
Coming out with 2 potentially good devices,
It's more than I was hoping for, honestly.
it's more than I was hoping for.
Yeah. And I
More
hope
than
this
that.
video was more than you were hoping for. And we'll see you later. Bye. I know.
Looks like such a delicious treat.
I know.
They're still there.
Ow! Go away.